Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We did well on our last run. We couldn't beat Delirium, but that's fine. You know what we're gonna do? We need Delirium, Mega Satan, Greedier. Why don't we do Greedier? The time has come. Possibly the last Greedier run we'll ever do. I hate getting pills early here, but maybe they're gonna be good. Range down, irrelevant, infested, sure, tears down, truly awful, full health, irrelevant. That's a whole lot of nothing early on here. But I got a high apple pie in the sky hopes. Probably the most quoted song I've never heard the entirety of, is my guess. You know, there's a lot of songs I have knowledge of, but have never really heard because they came out in like the 1930s. Any song that came out before 1950, including most classical pieces, sadly, I just don't know them. I'm sorry, I wish it weren't the case. So here's the deal. We don't have to step on the button immediately, because stepping on the button as the loss doesn't actually hurt you. So I was wrong to do that right off the bat, and I apologize. What we're going to do instead is, until we take damage, we're not going to touch the button. Once we take damage, we'll touch the button just to ensure our survival. And I have a big plan, okay, set up for this blank rune. I want it to double our money. I don't know if that's ingenious or obvious. It takes a couple of strokes of luck because we needed to, you know, be a Yara rune in the first place, but assuming it is, then what could be greater than Golf with the Gator, you know? Now that's a song I heard growing up as a kid, that you couldn't shake a stick. I don't know if it's still like this anymore, but board games and other toys always being advertised. Crossfire, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Mr. Bucket, Gator Golf, give it a whack, Gator Golf, he spits it right back. 13 Dead End Drive. Whatever happened to those simple times? They still exist for children. It's just that you grew out of it. Now you got responsibilities, but you know, probably, like, I'm guessing you probably do still see advertisements for all that stuff if you watch children's programming, which I try not to. Suppose you can't really, like, watch Breaking Bad and then be like, where's my Gator Golf advertisement? Also, I watched it on Netflix, which has no advertisements at all, except for advertisements for its own shows, which strikes me as relatively non-malicious. I know people get bent out of shape. I agree. You know, when I'm watching a Netflix show and it says next episode in 5 seconds, but first watch a trailer, I didn't leave. And that's alright. That run sucked so far. When it says, you know, like, we'll give it a try. You know, next episode of Jeopardy in 5 seconds, but first watch a trailer for this Ashton Kutcher show, I say to myself, I don't like that. Instead, I just hit the skip button directly. And I skip, I forget the name of the show, The Ranch? I think that's it. Never seen it. Never seen Santa Clarita Diet. Washed out of Orange is the New Black. Washed out of House of Cards for obvious reasons. It's a shame for many reasons, one of which being that temporarily I did have a good Kevin Spacey-esque South Carolina accent. Clay. I can't do it anymore. I haven't seen the show in long enough that my brain has lost the imprint. Either way, where are we at on this run? We're in decent territory. Not indecent, we're inside of decent territory. Like the Northwest Territories, which I have to assume, you know. Not the most prime real estate in Canada, but at least it ain't that dang Nunavut. I've never been north. I'm trying to think of the furthest north I've been in Canada. It's probably like somewhere in Quebec. Haven't been up to the Yukon. I should do it. I'm in the right position, you know. Go up to Dawson, or alternatively Dawson's Creek. Learn a little bit about the Canadian Gold Rush. The Gold Rush, like, for us, is kind of like the Canadian Wild West. You know, I know that it happened in Alaska as well, because it's all kind of the same area, but, you know, when I think of the Canadian Gold Rush, I think about, you know, saloons, and, you know, have you ever heard the story, like, back in the day? I don't know how true this is. It strikes me as being a little bit spurious. But there used to be restaurants set up along, like, the Gold Rush Trail. And when you came in, the restaurants had, like brushes on the doors, like basically brooms. And the brooms would scrape your clothes, more or less. And all the gold dust that came off basically made the restaurants viable business. Or viable businesses, I should say. And, like, the restaurateurs became millionaires just as a result of the minuscule gold dust that shook off of people's clothes. I'm not sure if that's an apocryphal story. Dude, please give me some damage. I'm dying out here. It's a story that makes you want to believe, right? You don't even have to go out there and pan for the gold. All you gotta do is shake hands with the dude panning. 15 cents. All these items are kind of bad for us. I wish it weren't the case. It is the case. And with bombs... Ooh! Thank God. I'm kind of tempted to blow these guys up. I don't think we'll have to. Just get them to blow each other up. Okay. I mean, I still like what we got going on here. It's a little scary, but also potentially awesome, I think. Oh no, that was the worst thing to get hit by. Please, I beg you, drop bombs on yourselves. You gotta have 100% confidence there's no spider in that pot. Whoop! Okay, we're in the crossfire now. I was gonna say Procter & Gamble. I don't know who made Crossfire, okay? It's probably Hasbro or Milton Bradley. They made all that stuff. Probably still do. Do you see that Milton Bradley... Wait, no, or is it Parker Brothers? I can't remember. Whatever company makes... It's gotta be Hasbro now. Makes Monopoly. Made a version of Monopoly specifically for millennials. How do you do, fellow kids? I'm just gonna call it kind of a bad business idea. For one, millennials play good board games. We ain't playing Monopoly. I get it, there's pithy jokes in there about who can even afford real estate these days. Haha. By the way, games made like $100 billion over the course of its existence. If you want to make a millennial edition of a game, make like Millennial Catan. Even that's a little played out. Millennial Scythe. That game's popping off right now. Millennial Puerto Rico. Millennial Codenames. Millennial Monopoly is just like... Dude, what millennium are you talking about? The 1800s? Dude, please just explode. The damage, it's killing me. Alright, we're good. We're getting a lot of Guppy's Tale first floor item rooms. Or first floor deals with the devil. Seems like every Lost run has that for some reason. I'm not complaining as long as we get... I don't even need to become Guppy. Just give me the dream of becoming Guppy. If you give me one more Guppy item, I'm happy. Because at least I get hope in my heart as we make it through this greedier run. And you know what? I'm not going to apologize for making fun of Monopoly. For a couple of reasons. One is, I've played... It's decent, I'll take it. I've played a decent chunk of Monopoly in my day. Serpent's Kiss. That's a big helper. I think that game is not that bad. I'll level with you on that. I don't think Monopoly is a horrendous game. But at the end of the day, it's a game where most of your strategy exclusively comes down to, do I buy this or not? Apart from that, what else do you have going on? Nothing. It's just rolling. Rolling and moving. I will take charge, baby. You know what? Fair enough. Well, it's going to be a very... No, it's not going to be a lonely floor. Because as soon as we get the reroll, we're set. This is really, really good, potentially. But the other thing is... I played enough Monopoly to know why I dislike it. People always say, like, oh, Monopoly, like, you know, it's the kind of game you play when you want to hate your friends by the end of it. I don't hate my friends by the end of Monopoly. I hate Monopoly by the end of Monopoly. There's a lot of good or great classic board games. Like, I will always go to bat for Scrabble. You give me the opportunity to play either Scrabble or Monopoly, I'm playing Scrabble 100% of the time, no question. Clue. I'm dumb and bad. I literally just froze. This leggy man got me freaking twisted up. Plus, I was thinking about board games. No, you know what? I'm not taking the Bone Hearts. They don't do anything for me. All I ask you for, I don't like to hold R. I just ask you for an item that provides something of merit. That's all I need. Oh, all I need. Just a little something. Toothpicks. Okay. Now we can stop complaining. I'll try. But when I get thinking about Monopoly, you know, I think about love. Feel like rolling the dice, the dice. Okay, we're building a run here. I do hate losing Swallowed Penny because it's potentially a game buster, but I made a mistake. Scrabble's good. Battleship's classic. You ever play Mastermind? I like that game. Mastermind is like a mathematical problem-solving game. Monopoly is just, it's a bunch of street names you sort of recognize, and then hoping the dice rolls go in your favor. It's too much like real life. Other games give you a little bit more control over the outcome. Monopoly is like, you know, don't be jealous because I'm good. Well, you just happen to roll and get Marvin Gardens before I did. That doesn't make you a better player. It just makes you the benefactor of a cruel god. This is going real well. Now it's toxic forever. It's poisoned. Don't get hit. I really want to step on the button, but I got to choose the right moment. Thank you. Most important thing, never stop moving. When I stop moving, I die. I'll still take it. I really want the other tiers upgrade, though. I will go to bat for Scrabble any day of the week. It's not like ooh, so good. It's not like I sit at home and I go, man, I wish I was playing Scrabble right now. It's not like that. I like the modern board games, too. Don't get me wrong. You know, I can get down with the Betrayal. Played way too much Catan. Love Hanabi. All sorts of great stuff. But Scrabble's like the Jeopardy of board games. I see it like a crossword puzzle. Like, if I'm 50 years old, I'm joining a Scrabble league, if one exists. Every Thursday, get together, play a best-of-3 match of Scrabble. Sign me up. I will train. I will study that Scrabble dictionary. You hit me, and I wish you hadn't. We gotta be real cautious here. Slow is fast. Take your time. The knockback on the nails is making me very concerned. Very, very wise play. Leave. Tiers upgrade. Now we got a really good thing going. We don't actually... There's no FOMO on Squeezy. How's that for a millennial reference? And that's because we can't do anything with extra rate of fire right now anyway. We're at the tiers cap. I didn't even have to ask. I was like, guaranteed, Guppy's Tail. So Rotten Baby's actually quite good. Sister Maggie, pretty terrible. Not to be rude, but, you know, not the item we're looking for. We really need to either become incredibly strong, or we would love to have some kind of invincibility for Super Greed. That's how we're going to pull out a W here. That helps. Don't get me wrong. I really don't want to fight enemies in there. That was a 10-cent room. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that either. Mysterious Liquid. Very positive with our current tier loadout. We got a great rate of fire. Damage is disgusting. Rotten Baby's doing a lot. This is looking alright. But it's like, you know, it's a lot like Slay the Spire. Normally the comparisons run in the other direction. I compare everything to Isaac. Here I'm comparing everything to Slay the Spire now. We want to prepare for the fight that's going to be most difficult. And the fight that's most difficult is Greed and Super Greed. So as good as the run is right now, we have a big hurdle. And that's, you know, getting hit twice kills us no matter what. It's the great equalizer. Speed down is okay. Because we had the magic mush speed up. Probably shouldn't be taking pills, but, you know, I'm a red-blooded American man. You know, I see a pill, I take it. That's not a reference to the opioid epidemic slowly eroding the fabric of our urban environments across North America. What was it a reference to? That was just a bad joke. You know, the joke is like, you know, when it's from like an old movie, basically. I think we're just going to leave. Starter deck is theoretically possible. You know, if we can get like double alges or something like that, there's value there. When there's always like, you know, it'll be a dude looks at a younger woman and then they go, dude, you're being lecherous. And he goes, well, I'm a red-blooded American male, aren't I? What, it's not illegal to look yet. 30 damage, 13 rate of fire. Just a beautiful, beautiful setup. What are we gonna do? Well, nothing there. And I think this floor kind of sucks for shop items now, so we might just save up. Defense is gonna be worth the world to us. Everything else on this run is already completely sorted. We could use Tears Ups. It's not urgent, I would say, but, you know, it's one way we could... It's probably the easiest way to maximize our damage. We've already gotten so lucky in the damage department, it's blowing my mind. These waves are no problem. Greed remains an issue. Explosion immunity would also be really helpful. It's got a lot of similarities to the Delirium fight. We either have to play extremely well or have a little bit of help. And that's not even like a contest. I don't think Dead Bird matters. I don't think that item is relevant. GB Bug, same thing. You know, if we had literally unlimited money and the ways to spend it, the Crimes of Grindelwald, we might consider buying it. For now, no need. This is the rare run that actually makes me happy I lost my last run so we could experience the incredible power pulsing through my veins right now. Another deal with the devil. Decent stuff so far. I wouldn't say this is that much better, but it is a damage increase. No bombs for the Tinted Rock. And it is AoE, so there's some help in there. Okay, Chaos. There's a lot of good stuff. We don't have anything to charge up right now. That's not good stuff. I don't think Leprosy does anything for us. So here's the thing. Let's start. I'm gonna take Chaos first. Cartridge might help. Then I'm gonna basically take a 7-cent reroll for Polydactyl. I will take Sack of Sacks. Remember, we don't have to donate. You know what? I think I'm gonna take Experimental Treatment as well. As far as I'm concerned, that's all good. So, there is a little folly right now. I'm still using Maw of the Void. I think we should... The Turing Complete way to play this... I don't even know what that means. I just heard people say it. Is, use it every second wave. We shouldn't avoid shooting enemies to use Maw of the Void. Dangerous. Oh, very dangerous. You know what? Just, why risk it? That's my philosophy here. Try Dead Dove. No stats upgrade. That's what we're looking for as our first Guppy item. Eucharist is so interesting. We're starting to pop. Eucharist gives us angel deal chances. We now also have 3-cent items. Probably don't need me to tell you. Being able to buy any item you want. Well, being able to re-roll an item but also get its effect for 3 cents. That's something that long-term holds a lot of appeal for us. Especially with Chaos. I would say it's probably extremely likely we'll become Guppy. And our flies are going to be so potent. So hot right now. Like 13 cents is 4 items. Now with Eucharist, do I want to go to a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel? I think it literally could not matter less. Deals with the devil are free, deals with the angel aren't. But we have Chaos anyway. Oh, maybe it's just guaranteed angel deals. I don't know. What do I know? We'll take Belly Button. Vibrant Bulb. Already a good all stats up. Shade is not very good, but exists. And I think everything is half price. We'll just pop it on the next floor then. Yeah, we're set up for potential greatness. Everything but defense is set up. Cube of meat. Slightly defensively helpful. 9 lives, helpful for a number of different reasons. There's the Guppy transformation, I told you. Very likely to take place. So we continue to get stronger every floor than I would expect. I will take Aura. Right now it's a Tears Aura, which is beautiful. I'd probably... The higher up you get on the damage pyramid, the less you need more of it. So I think rather than picking up Dark Matter, although Fear Shot might be worth something, I kind of want to take a look... Oh, this is dangerous. These are the only enemies that worry me. We kind of want to take a look at the sensor, which at least will slow down things in an AoE around us. So we're going to do that first, I think. Are you impressed? I got the name of the item right. So yeah, we took a gamble on a 3-cent item worth very little to us in order to hopefully turn it into something that was worth something. And it was, but the item that took up its place, oh crap, is not necessarily wonderful. So we'll probably go Dark Matter now. I don't think we need pay to play at this point. This is where I'd probably throw in a reroll. And why not? Sure, it makes Vibrant Bulb a little worse, but... Well, actually, that's a pretty good reason not to do it. But we did also spend 7 cents. No big deal. Okay, we're Super Guppy. With potentially 10 lives. Let's get out of here. We don't want any of the other items anyway. We have literally everything but the defense. All we need is... And 9 lives helps. If we could just get some kind of defensive improvement. Okay, we might lose a life here. Try not to. I want all 10 lives for greed. I do see some viability in trying to get to Bookworm. Caffeine pill. You know, I think I will. I don't want to speed down, obviously, but I do think having higher speed on the greedier fight, pretty important. Just so we can dodge those... the explosive shots, they do a great job of boxing you in. You gotta give credit where credit's due. 2 of diamonds. It's a lot of purchasing power. What on earth is happening? Well, that's a new one. The boss died as soon as it spawned. Easy. Amazing. It's milk. That'd be a good catchphrase for the milk board. Amazing! It's milk! I don't think we need it. At this point, we can afford to be, like, pretty choosy. All we need is a battery charge to make Eden's Soul work. I think we can get there. Halo for 3 cents. Sure, I'll take a luck up for 3 cents. I'll take a damage up. Oh, double your stuff, by the way. I'll take a luck upgrade for 3 cents. I will take Book of Shadows, but we want invincibility for something else. Anemic is not worth that much, but it is 3 cents. Now we might want to go for the reroll. I mean, it's 3 cents. There is a battery charge, so make sure you save 3 cents for yourself. Okay, that's good. Eden's Soul. We get the Mind, and Trinity Shield could help. A new pill has appeared. I have no idea what it could be. With invincibility, there's a real chance, I think, but it's still a little spotty. I mean, what could make this run better? Really, the only thing is Nod Leaf. So we have to use our own brain. I have to remind myself, Maw of the Void means nothing here. Under no circumstances should we be jumping in there with Maw of the Void. It's not useful for this fight. What do we do instead? Hang back as far as possible. Whenever possible. And just bombard him from afar. What we really want to do is get to the point where... Whoop, that was close. Oh, hello.
Do you ever think of Mega Greek's butt looks just like your butt?
I don't see my own butt that often.
What are you saying? Are you saying that I look at your
Well,
butt
I'm just saying, like, it's the one of the parts of my body I can't see very well.
I have to check his butt every day.
Yo, do you feel the temperature difference between outside and in here?
Yeah.
It's actually like a locker room.
Oh, it's because you lock yourself in the locker room.
Oh, it's because it's noisy. Alright, I gotta focus. This is a tough one. Stay away from me. Not you. I'm talking about greed. The longer we go without popping Book of Shadows, the better our life is. Where did he go? You ever see this strat, Kate? It's very cowardly, but it works. I'm not proud of myself when I do it, but sometimes it's gotta be done. Please stay away. The longer he spends over there, the happier I am. Oh! It's alright. I don't think we've been hit yet. So far, so good. Just please do not shoot explosive shots at me. If he shoots at me, I'm pressing space. Because maybe I got hit without realizing. I love it. Keep him afraid. Stay scared, buddy. No doubt in my mind. Flies are doing like 80 damage each. Nothing to be afraid of. He's dead. It's so easy. Why do they make the game so easy? Now it makes it look like I'm just...
Were you lost?
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes it look like I'm playing a game for kids. When actually it's rated T and up. Maybe even M. I don't even know. Oops.
Very nice.
Check it out, Kate. Yeah. The Lost needs
Whoa,
Mega Satan
hard mode.
and Delirium. That's it. See, her reaction is everyone's reaction. Delirium. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know why they put it there.
You're telling me.
Are you excited for the card game?
The Binding of Isaac card game?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's coming home soon.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for
people will play with us.
watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Northernlion. Be notified when I go live in the future. For the guys you watch, I'll see you next time. See ya!